All right, here we are. We're still in the laundry room, and well, this wall is coming down, so I don't mind you making this hole.
Right, but we did this in order to really show what the existing conditions are with this wall.
Now the outside is on the other side of the wall.
Correct.
So
This
it's
is an
outside
exterior concrete block wall. This is 8 inches thick. And what exposing this in this way allows us to see is that there is no insulation between the exterior concrete block and the interior plaster, which is supported by wood frame strips.
Was that normal for back in 1973?
Absolutely. Back in those days, an airspace was considered insulation. And indeed it is, but it doesn't perform anywhere near as good as a space that's packed with insulation.
And Kelly and I were just talking about, could you imagine all the pollution, pollen, all the outside irritants that are coming into this house?
Absolutely. This installation in particular of this electrical box, there's so much space around here. This is as if you had an open door or an open window.
Next area to be evaluated was the mechanical room. Check this out, the original 1973 electric water heater, and it's still kicking.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing that it's still working in this environment. If you were the average homeowner, one of the things I'd strongly recommend, I think, to them would be to wrap this water heater.
Right.
That would help keep the heat in. That also cuts down on the amount of hot water that you'd be using in the house, but in this case, Ream's going to be doing a new solar water heater. Nothing better than that.
Hey Jim, this is the other side of the mechanical room where you were just with Kelly checking out the water heater. Old oil furnace, I guess it has to go bye-bye because we got rid of the heating oil tank in the front lawn.
Right. This is an oil-fired heating furnace, state-of-the-art in its day. We think original to this house, installed when it was constructed. And we're going to replace it with a geothermal unit that will provide the heating and cooling functions that we need for today's living environment.
All right, Kelly, how does it look up there?
Well, first of all, Anne-Marie, it's very hot. The insulation that you have up there currently has settled quite a bit. That reduces the R factor. For the average homeowner, that's going to make your heating costs and your cooling costs be increased. So I think there's a better way that we could insulate your home as well as make it green and healthy. Jim, you want to talk to her about it?
We're proposing to use a sprayed-on foam that will be sprayed to the underside of the roof deck.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's awesome.
It works fantastic. We've used it on a lot of projects. And what it does, it eliminates the need for venting of the attic. You don't need soffit vents, you don't need gable vents if you should have a gable style roof. And it creates a sealed environment, it creates more efficiency, your air conditioning runs less. The ducts, air conditioning ducts and heating ducts are in a conditioned space at that point, much more efficient.
Check this out, Kelly. I think part of our Greenovation evaluation is water efficiency, right?
Absolutely. And when you're doing a true green audit, we want to look at everything that affects the environment and leaves things on our carbon footprint. We're still hearing this toilet run.
This is going to go for about a good minute. It's
Wow.
sad, all that water that's wasted.
Yeah, it's wasting a lot of water. What we can do here is simply replace this toilet with a low flush, low flow toilet that's really going to decrease the output of water from your property, and having a septic tank that's also going to help that as well. So it's something we certainly want to address in our renovation.
I just got the results from our Greenovation evaluation about a week ago, a page and a half of recommendations, and believe me, there's nothing frivolous on this list. You can check it out on our website, terraverdetv.com. I guess it's time to get to work.